Okay. Hello, doctor.
Uh, Hello, good morning. How can I help you?
Well, doctor, I'm here for my father today.
Uh,
Since my mother passed 2 years ago,
oh,
uh,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
it's all right. He's been living with us, and at night he snores. He's always been a snorer, but yeah, he's overweight. He snores, and sometimes he actually stops breathing altogether. And then he starts gasping for air.
Really?
And yes, and I think it is dangerous. I'm just concerned he might stop breathing altogether.
It can be dangerous if it's not managed. I think my provisional diagnosis, based on his symptoms, is sleep apnea. Have you heard about that?
Uh, yes, I think I searched the internet and I saw
Very
that.
good.
Yeah, and recently he's been quite I don't know, isolated, and he has lost his interest, and he's very withdrawn. He's not interested in family, in the children and grandchildren. So he's not himself basically. I was concerned is
Yeah.
might actually be something serious.
Mm, well, as I said before, if it's not managed, it can be serious. But uh, tell me about your his lifestyle. About does he drink alcohol?
No, he doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He
That
doesn't
sounds
take
good.
any tablets or medicines. No, nothing.
And about exercise, does he exercise regularly?
Not so much really. Yeah, maybe just goes shopping sometimes, but no, no formal exercise really.
That sounds bad. And what can you tell me what you have done about it, about this
Well,
problem?
yeah, nothing really. I just told him, and he said he wouldn't know. And yeah, I think it's getting worse, and I'm just afraid something might happen to him, and because is the sleep apnea curable? Is it serious?
Yes, that's a good question. Yes, sleep apnea. Let me explain more about that. In this condition, it's a common condition in the overweight person, and this condition can be characterized by obstruction of airway when the person is sleeping.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, and it can caused by uh, overweight, one reason, and another reason is using and taking a sedative drug. Is that
Mm,
right?
yeah, he doesn't take anything. No, he doesn't take
Okay,
any drugs.
that's if I've got it, your father is overweight, but he doesn't drink alcohol and he doesn't take any sedative drugs. Yes.
That's right. Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, I think it's better to evaluate about sleep apnea with a sleep study at first. And is that all right?
Yes, sure. Is it? Do you think the reason he is withdrawn and he doesn't show any interest in the family?
It can be a separated cause, and it's related to the sleep apnea. Yes, many of people with the sleep apnea can be change, can be appear the depression symptoms. Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's great, doctor. Thank you.
You're welcome. I can. There at this stage, I think there are many things we can do. You as a person, as a child, it's better to was more with your father and encourage him to exercise and change lifestyle for reducing his weight. It's very important.
Okay.
Yes, and the next level, it's better to evaluate with a sleep study.
Okay, sure. I'll ask him to come and see you then.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
No, that's it, doctor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So how does that feel?
Good.
Okay. Feeling good?
Yes.
Okay. What score? Out of 10.
Yes. 7.
Okay. Okay. What was done well?
My rapport is well.
Okay.
Is good. Is good or is well? Is good. Yes.
It's good. Okay.
It's good. Yes. About information gathering, yes, it's good. About asking about drinking alcohol, taking sedative drugs, and about exercise. Yes.
Okay. So how about structure?
I think not good.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. We'll look at that later. Okay.
I did everything, but I think the structure is weak. It was weak.
Mm-hmm. Why? Where did you think you should have done differently?
I don't know, but I'm not happy with. I'm not happy with the structure, my structure, because I cannot end up this consultation what I want. اونجوری که می‌خواستم. What I want.
The way you wanted. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So did you explore the eyes? And
this this man are suffering from sleep apnea and depression. About depression, in my task, explain about the separate diagnosis or as a consequences of sleep apnea. I try to explain these two causes of depression.
Okay, so you could have mentioned, you could say, well, it might be related, but it is very likely to be a separate problem. It might be because of depression, but it might be related to sleep apnea, but it's more likely to depression. Then, yeah, okay. Right. Okay. So you think what you could do differently was structure, okay, and you said your information giving. Yes, you had some problem with language. Yeah.
Yes, and I forgot about chunking and checking.
Okay.
During the consultation, I pause and
Yeah.
then is that all right? It's very خنده‌دار میشه.
It becomes
جمله
funny.
بعدی رو میگم یه دفعه یادم میاد دادیم is that all right خیلی برای خودم چیز میشه.
Okay. Right.
فکر میکنم خیلی میخوام حرف بزنم. بعد یکم کمتر حرف بزنم.
Yes. یه کمی خب البته ریتم شما یه کمی آرومتر از حد معموله.
اوکی.
یعنی یه کمی باید ریتمش سریعتر باشه. ولی that's fine برای اینکه ما میخوایم که شما که میخوایم که hesitation نداشته باشی.
Yes.
اگه hesitation نداشته باشی ولی آرومتر حرف بزنی باز بهتر. یعنی
اوکی.
باز برای fluency بهتر. The next thing is that yes, you want to say things that you don't know how to say them. That is because you're thinking in Farsi and you want to translate. Then you cannot make that sentence. But yeah, that is understandable at this stage. Okay, but
Yes.
later on you might actually start to think in English and say it in English. But yeah, a bit later. Right. So let's see what you did. I come to you. I say my father is like this, and I'm worried about him. And did you say? Did you ask?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me. I want to explain about sleep apnea, but have you heard about that? You said yes. I have heard about sleep apnea, but in the first, my task is my first task is explain sleep apnea.
Okay, so you can say how much do you know?
Oh yes, how much?
Yeah, you need to explore how much do you know about the sleep apnea. So
Yes.
and then I say, okay, yeah, I know that it can be dangerous. Is that right? And then you need to start explaining. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So what I did, I came to you. I said my dad is like this and that, and I am concerned he might have sleep apnea. Okay. Now, one question: is the dad your patient too?
In the setting is suburban clinic, yes, it's
yeah, it is possible, but because he's been here for 2 years. But then yeah, you can clarify that. So you can say, well, so your dad is my patient too. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay. And the other thing is, does he know you're here? Huh?
Yes.
Does he know that you're here? Okay. Is he my patient too? So so you need to ask that. And then does he know you're here today? Okay. مجلس میدونه اصلا که شما اینجایی. Okay. And then
چرا باید این سوالو بکنیم؟
Okay. So I should explain. You know that I cannot give you any information to you without his consent. Okay. So I can only listen. So that's confidentiality. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have it in Iran, do we?
No. چجور بگم؟ خب این بچهای یه در حقیقت مشکلی درش میبینن، اومدن که کمک بگیرن از شما.
Okay, but but you clarify. I can only listen to you. I can help you. I can give you opinions, ideas, but I cannot tell you anything which is specific to your father. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I can
اونا چیزی نخواستن که در مورد شما دارید یک مطلب بیشتری توضیح میدید یا در مورد همین تسک دارید؟
نه، در مورد همین تسک. ببینید وقتی شخص ثالث میاد پیش شما،
بله،
شما اگه بچه باشه، مریض بچه باشه که هیچی، چون این به حال گاردینشه. ولی شما باید یکی از مثلا مشکلاتی که هست اینه که مثلا مادر بزرگ یا همسایه یا خاله بچه رو برمی‌داره میاره دکتر. شما باید اولا اینو مشخص کنین که آیا پدر مادرش میدونن این بچه اینجاه؟ شما آیا از لحاظ قانونی میتونین این بچه رو بیارین؟ تصمیم میتونین براش بگیرین؟
اوکی، ولی در مورد این میخواستم بدونم الان یه بچه‌ای در مورد پدرش که مشکل داره اومده با شما یعنی مشورت بگیره.
بله.
ما باید سوال بکنیم که رضایت داره؟
بله دیگه. بلکه اومده میگه من به خاطر پدرم اومدم. اوکی.
بله.
اوکی. شما وقتی میگین که اون چیز لازم داره، این آزمایش ها لازم داره، باید بگین اگر که چیز باشه، اگر که این اتفاقات افتاده باشه و اگر رضایت داشته باشه، ما باید این کارا رو براش انجام بدیم.
اوکی. یس.
پس اولا ما نمیتونیم اطلاعات بدیم. اصلا شما ممکنه که قبلا آزمایش کردین، میدونین این اسلیپ اپنیا داره. اوکی. ولی نمیتونین به پسره بگین، نمیتونین بگین که آره من میدونم این اسلیپ اپنیا داره، خودش هم میدونه. پس توی مدیکال نوتش هم هست، ما نمیتونیم بگیم. اوکی. پس حالا نمیدونم تا چه حد توی این امتحان بخوان یه چیزی رو، یه هم چیزی رو چک بکنن، ولی توی بعدن اگه بخوایم امتحان پسکی چیزی بدین، اینو حتما ازتون میخوان. یعنی 100% ازتون میخوان که شما بپرسی که is he aware or does he know? First of all, is he my patient? اگر he is not my patient، پس بگو بره دکترشو ببینه. And I can only talk about sleep apnea with you, nothing else. I cannot talk about your father.
Okay.
یکی دیگه این که okay, if he is my patient and you're here today, I listen to you, I talk to you about your concerns, but I cannot give you any information specifically from your father. Okay?
Okay, yes.
Without his consent. Okay. Now, and now that clarifies the situation. That you said that, okay, what should I do? And you didn't know how to finish or how to say. Well, if you're going to talk about sleep apnea, so your structure, you were confused because of your structure, because you ask questions and you ask questions and gathered information. What comes after it?
Diagnosis.
Good. Diagnosis. You had the diagnosis, which was what? Sleep apnea, possibly. And then, what is the next?
Run test.
Okay. Treatment, what we can do. Okay. Next steps. Okay, probably.
And that is, yes, a sleep study will be needed.
Yep. And test, okay.
Yes.
Okay, but before you go to tests, you asked, do you know what sleep apnea is? Said, well, yeah, I just have seen it, and it sounds like it is something dangerous. Now, you said that it can be dangerous, but okay, but you didn't actually explain what it is. Yep, because I said it is dangerous.
Yes, I said, but it's not managed.
If it's not
It
managed,
can,
okay.
yes, it can be dangerous, but if it's not managed.
Okay. But,
Yes.
did you actually say what it is, sleep apnea? What is it? So
Explain that.
you did?
Yes.
Just
yes. This condition, I said this condition is characterized by obstruction of airway.
good. Okay. So that is the first thing you need to say. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said. What the structure. So this happens because of the obstruction of the airway. Is that all right? Is that okay?
I forgot it. Yeah.
Okay. Then you say, yeah. But what is it? How it is? Is it caused? And what are the tests? What are the management? What is the management? And what is the prognosis? And then we can chunk and check. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then and obviously then you can say, but these are all if your father is my patient and if he consents to it. Okay. So
Yes,
basically, yeah. So you need to ask the son, okay, please, could you ask your father to come and see me? You can say, yeah, you need to tell him to come and see me, then we can have a chat, okay? Or you can come together.
Okay.
Right. So
Yes.
that's, I think the structure you mentioned, I think it was because of this, because you didn't have this chunking and checking.
Checking, yes.
And you didn't have this, the disorder, which is what it is and the cause of it, the tests you mentioned. But you need to check after each of these. Well, there is a test which is called sleep studies. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. It's like putting on a machine and checking your oxygen levels at night while you're sleeping. Is that okay? Okay. So what is the management? Yeah, there are some different ways of managing this, and the prognosis is usually good, but we don't usually say that this is related to increased cardiovascular risk. But yeah, obviously, we need to talk about the lifestyle management, weight loss, and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me. For a medical condition, medical jargon, I think, a continuous positive airway pressure therapy.
But we don't say that. We just say there is a device.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but if I want to explain, it's not necessary to know about the medical jargon. How can I speak?
How can you explain that CPAP? Yeah.
No about the CPAP. I want to explain this is a medical term and it's not necessary to know about that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so you can say, yeah, the management is by a device which is called CPAP, but you don't need to know that, or it's yeah, that is medical jargon, or yeah, let's leave that because it's medical jargon and it's a bit too complicated. We don't say too complicated. We say it's medical jargon. I don't want to put you in any trouble, or
Okay.
Yeah. So you can say, yeah, but you don't bother about this. This is just CPAP is a machine. Just don't bother. Okay.
Don't bother. Okay.
Yeah, just don't bother. Right. Okay. So yeah, that was this part. Yeah, you had some hesitation, and you had some some errors. Okay. What is the pronunciation of this?
Managed.
And this one?
Characterized. Yes,
Okay.
characterized.
Okay. Now, say managed.
Managed.
Characterized. Characterized.
Characterized. Characterized.
Characterized. Okay. Characterized.
Characterized.
Characterized. Okay.
Managed.
Okay.
Managed.
Okay. In دو syllable, huh? Managed. Now, in Farsi, we always say the last part of the word louder. We say managed.
Yes, yes.
But in English, it's different. And no, in this case, it is managed. Okay.
Managed.
Characterized.
Characterized. Characterized.
Okay. This is characterized. It's 4 syllables. Characterized. You said characterized.
Yes, yes.
But it is characterized, okay? The stress is on the first part.
Okay.
What is this?
Sedative.
Sedative, okay?
Sedative.
And what is this? Sedate. Sedate, okay?
Yes, yes.
Sedate, but sedative.
Sedative.
Okay. It's like inform, but informative. Huh? Information.
Informative.
Yeah. Okay. So sedate, sedative, characterized, managed.
Managed.
Right.
Sedative. Sedative.
Separated. Oh, you said it's a separated problem. It's a separate. It's a not separated. Separate means different or not relevant, not related. Separated means somebody who's not living with a partner.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a separate problem. Yeah, it's a separate problem.
Separate problem.
Separated and separate. Okay. Separate هم نمیگن. هم میگن separate. Separated and separate. Separate. Okay. You said can be appear. What does that mean?
Can be appeared.
Can be appeared. یعنی what did you want to say?
میخواستم بگم که نمیدونم در مورد چی بود ولی نمیتونه واضح باشه.
Okay.
Can appear.
No, نمیتونه واضح باشه. It cannot be clear, okay?
Yes,
it may not be clear. It may not be clear, okay? Or if you can say it can appear or it can look like or it can seem, okay? اگه میخوایم بگیم به نظر میرسه.
Okay, yes, seems.
It may not be clear. Was more with your father. Okay. Was more with your father. Okay. I think what you wanted to say here is that I suggest you spend more time with your father.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes.
And then you said you're a child, but no, I'm not a child. Okay.
Yeah.
As his son, you say.
Son, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say as his son, you can spend more time with him, not as a child. Okay.
I apologize.
No worries. So, how do you pronounce this?
Pause.
Pause. Okay.
Pause.
Okay. It's not pause. It is pause. Okay.
Pause.
Pause is this. This is pause. No, this is not pause. This is not pause. It is also pause.
Pause.
Yeah, it's pause.
Okay.
It's مثل wall, مثل door. Okay. یه
Yes.
کمی بین او آ ولی او کشیده. تو انگلیسی ما دو جور او داریم. یکی اوه او. اوکی. یکی هم او. این او بیشتر شبیه او خودمونه. او انگلیسی ها اوه او. مثلا میگن no. اوکی.
Yeah.
البته آمریکایی ها نمیگن. آمریکایی میگن no. نمیگن no. ولی تو بریتیش انگلیش میگن no. استرالیایی هم همجوری میگن no. پس ولی این چیه؟ این اوه. pause.
Pause.
Right. Okay. خب hesitation کمتر بود ولی we had more yeah, some pronunciation and some some expressions. Okay.